Little 2G build update. Just going to be talking for the next 5 minutes on what's going on. We got the motor put together. It's in the car. It's getting a different intake manifold, different turbo setup. Right now we're going through the wiring. This is the other harness here that we trimmed out. So on this section of the harness, all we're going to be using is the connector end for the injector resistor pack, because we're still using high impedance 1200s. We have our ground, and we have our wiper motor connector, streetcar. Then on the other end here, I've kind of deloomed it slightly. We can get enough length on these connector ends. There's one of them that needs to be replaced. This guy. Found the coolant temp sensor was just kind of twisted together, so we're fixing that. We got the transmission that got pressure washed, and I just sprayed it with some engine block. I give it about 1,000 miles before it looks crappy again. We have the fuse box relocated. I can go into a different video about that. Made this bracket to kind of push it forward a little bit. I'm also running an Evo 8 fan controller for the radiator fan. The car is on an AEM version 1 from an Evo 8. I decided to change the injector phasing to match a 1310 base file. Did the power steering. I relocated the lines, which typically go over the driver strut tower here. I'm in the process of fabricating a downpipe. Also, we made a nice stiff support for the bumper. I installed little bumper rests to take up the gap here for the headlights. It actually sits decent. The side will too, once this gets pulled up here. Headlights have to get polished. So yeah, right now I'm just working out the wiring, working out the new fab that's going to be going on with this. The wastegate exit should still fit just fine. I test fitted that. This is what I made. Last go around, the car was previously running a stock intake manifold, but now it's getting this. And I need to make the intercooler piping as well. We have some goodies. The garage is a complete wreck. Got a new wiper transmission for it. Here's the radiator that's going in it. This is a Mishimoto 1G radiator. It has the filler neck on the side. I wanted a Koyo 1G radiator, but they're discontinued. I couldn't find any, so we're going to run this one. And in order to run a 1G radiator and a 2G, there's one of the mounts here on this side is slightly different, and that's really all I can tell between the difference. So you need to drill a hole. I think it was 5/8. Was it? Oh yeah, right here. So the peg slides in right there. It doesn't have this mount anymore. There's probably a less barbaric way to do it. Also, the harness is tucked in here. This was also converted to an Evo 8 cam angle sensor. It had the early 2G style on there. These are Kelford 272 cams for a 2G, and I had to have, well, I didn't have to, but I chose to have a machine shop tap and drill the bolt hole for this style cam sensor. And that's it for now. The garage is a wreck. I'll probably do another update when I get to the welding.